the series. In this, the sixth game, Phoenix looking to force it to a seventh and final game here on Wednesday night. It is Phoenix ball as this fourth quarter gets underway. Barkley up front with West and Dumas. Marley and Johnson at the guards. Double team. Pippen came over, left Dumas open. Dumas not able to hit the outside shot tonight. Marley. The Suns regroup. Darryl Garrettson indicating a leg block, kicking violation. Ball on Pippen, so Phoenix maintains possession and they get a new 24. It has been an odd series. The Bulls are 7-1 on the road in the finals the last 3 years, and only 4 up, 4 down at home. Barkley, Cartwright with the rebound.
I would not be surprised to see the basketball go in Charles Barkley's hands 80-85% of the time here in this fourth quarter. Let Charles go, let him make decisions, score, pass to open teammates. Be the starter for their offense.
Shot clock at 4. Oh, Pippen. Here's Jordan. And Marley moves it back.
The only reason Michael shot that one is because he didn't know whether they were going to give him a reset or not on that shot attempt. He thought the shot clock may have been run down, so he just trying to get it up there quickly.
Oh, Kevin Johnson landing on his left hand as he was fouled. Bulls have gone cold. As this fourth quarter opens up, they finished strong at the end of the third.
Keeping him in one direction, not letting him cross over. The foul on BJ, the hard fall by KJ.
Armstrong called for his fourth four-piece on Armstrong and Grant. Barkley has been playing with 4, as has West. Kevin Johnson is 4 for 4 from the line. He's an 82% free throw shooter. 18 points for Armstrong, who has done it with the three-point shot. Kevin Johnson has had another solid game. His first good one, though, here in Phoenix. Bulls 87, Suns 81. Minute and a half gone by in the fourth quarter. Again, it's Barkley guarding Cartwright. West rejects. Dumas to the open floor, and he's stopped. Armstrong stopped the ball. Here's West, and a foul call.
When Bill Cartwright started to make his move against Barkley, Charles backed off. Cartwright started to stumble. Mark West comes over and gives help from the blind side. Clean block. Then back at the other end, reward the guy that just made the big defensive play. Give it to West down low. Gets fouled by big Bill Cartwright.
Crowd reacting to the successful free throw by Mark West, who is only a 52% foul shooter. The Bulls by 5. Phil Jackson has a front line of Cartwright with Grant and Pippen. Jordan and Armstrong in the backcourt. Bulls with their starting lineup on the floor. Pippen. West with the back tap. Johnson accelerates. Jordan able to stay in front of him.
Good job by Michael moving his feet, and then he did not give the ball back to Kevin Johnson.
Barkley directs traffic. Barkley backing Grant. Barkley changed his mind. Able to convert. Barkley very fortunate that Dumas was right there, and Chicago will talk it over.
The reason that Barkley was able to convert the pass is that Dumas came to meet the basketball. He shortened the pass between Barkley and the next receiver. By meeting it, it did not allow Jordan or anyone else to intercept it by shooting the gap.
And the rest of the Suns reacting. Phoenix has moved within 3. The Phoenix Suns are trying to come back. from a 3-1 deficit to win an NBA championship series. They've come back from an 11-point deficit here tonight to move within 3. 9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulls having difficulty locating a shot. We're down to 5 on the 24. We're down to 3. Down to 1. Pippen. Mike Mathis waves it off. 24-second violation.
You can see they're a little bit out of sync right now. Pippen tries to elevate up. The ball in his hands when it's 0-0. It's got to be out of it. Very close call that time, whether it had been released off the fingertips or was still in.
Barkley coming up short. Falls back to the offense. Michael Jordan getting the rest at this point. Paxson. Down to 5 on the 24. Down to 3. Down to 1. It's Grant. Another excellent defensive sequence by the Suns. And it will be Phoenix back in possession.
I can tell you this much. The rest that Michael Jordan is getting will be a very short rest. He's why when the shot clock is running down, Chicago gets so many good shot opportunities because he's a creator. He's a guy that makes things happen off the dribble.
Barkley backing, draws a double team, forced it, West fields it, and he draws the foul. Cartwright collects his fourth. They change it. It's Horace Grant committing the foul. That is his fifth.
Grant gets the first foul as Cartwright comes from behind it. Good call. First one initiated by Grant on the arm.
Mark West, 1 of 2 from the line.
Number 23, Michael Jordan.
And as we mentioned earlier, a poor free throw shooter. Here's Michael Jordan back. A.J. Armstrong sitting down. The Suns are 25 and 29 from the free throw line. So West hits 1 out of 2. And the Suns are down by only 2 points. They are on their feet here in Phoenix. Bulls 0 for 5 from the field in the fourth quarter. It will be Phoenix ball. The double team on Barkley. Paxson shooting over. Barkley with the spin and a foul call. That will send Charles Barkley to the line.
Chicago is trying not to have succumb and double team early to get the ball out of Charles's hands. But if it continues this way, they let him back down to the point where he can go either middle or baseline. They just can't get to him in time. They will continue to have to foul him.
Barkley 6 of 8 from the line. Cartwright, as you saw, called for the foul. That is Ford on Cartwright. 17 points for Barkley. And he can tie the game right here.
That man, Phil Jackson, sensing that the team might be tightening up right now, trying to sit down, remain calm, get everybody back under control, hope they can execute against the Phoenix pressure, which has really picked up in the last couple minutes.
And the Bulls maintain the 1-point lead. .701 this quarter by the Suns. Shot clock at 5. Jordan, he's been off. Rebounded by Pippen. Paxson for 3. And Chicago will get a new 20 24. The Bulls in this fourth quarter are 0 for 7.
You can see it, Marv. You can see that the shots are all short. They're pulling that string on the shot. This is a very, very critical stretch right here for Chicago to somehow find a way of getting an easy basket.
Jordan in a one-on-one is fouled. He was trying to set up the crossover, and Marley bumped him. Well, Phil Jackson telling us before the game that he felt that the Bulls were tense in the fourth quarter in Game 5 on Friday as he watched the foul called on Marley. He felt they were short-arming from the foul line and also from the field. And we may be seeing that right here.
Let's go back to what we said earlier about the temperature in the building, the tempo, the fatigue factor.
Paxson passed on the shot. Pippen. Rebound Marley. The Bulls by 1. Phoenix with a chance to take the lead. West pops it out. Johnson. Rebound swept by Grant. Bulls 0 for 8 in this fourth quarter. Jordan for Grant. He lost the handle. Grant lost the grip. But the Bulls regroup. Shot clock out of 2, out of 1, and Jordan is fouled.
Michael Jordan had only one thought in mind that time. Get to the rim and jump into someone and draw contact. We've got to find a way to put some easy points on the scoreboard, is his thinking.
Well, the Gorilla leading the cheers here in Phoenix with 5:51 remaining in this fourth quarter. Horace Grant missing the easy opportunity, lost the grip on the ball. And the Bulls to this point 0 for the fourth quarter. They have not scored in the fourth. They're 0 for 9 from the field. Suns not burning it up 1 for 7, but they've managed to hit on foul shots, so they've outscored Chicago 7-0. And Michael Jordan to the line.
Number 42, Scott Williams, returns to the Bulls lineup for 54, Horace Grant.
And Horace Grant will sit down. The last time Chicago scored was a John Paxson jump shot at the buzzer to end the third. They had gone 6 minutes and 10 seconds without scoring a point before that Michael Jordan foul shot.
Little offense, defense for Phil Jackson. Take the Grant out, try and save another personal foul. Put Scott Williams in to defend against Barkley.
Barkley off the fake. The Suns and the Bulls are tied at 88. 5:25 remaining in the game. Jordan getting the good look. He has 27. The Bulls 90. The Suns 88. Since early when they were up by the score of 16-14. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Here is Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan answers. The Bulls 92 and the Suns 91.
You saw Phil Jackson talking to Paxson. I've got a feeling that he's anticipating Phoenix sees Michael heating up. They're going to go double him a little earlier. He wants shooters in the spot-up areas that can break their back if they go and double Michael.
Scott Williams jumps out on a switch. Shot clock at 5. Barkley for 3. Back tap by Barkley. Ames. Rebound West. Rebound. Phoenix 93. Chicago 92. Jordan from deep. Way off. stepping up for the jumper. Barkley with the tip. And a loose ball foul is called on the Bulls.
Charles Barkley, after timeouts, likes to play from the top of the circle so he can ball fake and drive left or right. A strong move to the basket by Charles. And then down 2 points, Marley pulls up from behind the three-point line to give Phoenix a 1-point lead.
Cartwright ball for that foul, his fifth. Chicago over the limit. The Suns have only 2 team fouls. Barkley sitting down. So 5 apiece. I should say Cartwright sitting down. 5 apiece on Cartwright and Grant. Suns 27 for 33 from the line. Marley is 4 for 5. Phoenix 94. Chicago 92. The Suns with the season on the line, hoping to send it to a 7th game here on Wednesday. 10 of defense. Jordan had it knocked away. Shot clock at 3. Pippen back for Jordan. Air ball fielded by Marley, and that's a 24-second violation. And Michael Jordan has been out of sync in the second half.
Jordan gets down in the low post again, but the quick hand of KJ strips him of the ball. Now it's a matter of can you get it up before the clock runs out. In his haste, Michael shoots it over the top. 24-second violation.
Timeout called by Chicago. We welcome you back to Phoenix, Arizona, where the Suns have come from behind to take a 94-92 lead on the Chicago Bulls with 3:20 remaining in the game, and the Suns have outscored the Bulls 15-5 here in the 4th quarter. Bulls went 6 minutes and 10 seconds without scoring a point, and the 2-time defending champion Bulls look to be very tight. That's the case in Chicago on Friday night.
One of the things is that their offense relies on passing of the basketball. Barkley with the 3. Barkley comes up with another offensive rebound. They rely on throwing passes, but they're not getting into the offense quickly enough. As a result, the clock is running out on them.
Kevin Johnson, yes. Suns 96. The Bulls 92. Scott Williams tied up. Or foul, let's see. It is a foul. It is number 5 on Barkley.
Try to keep Kevin Johnson out of the middle of the lane. One of the rules of the Chicago Bulls. Sometimes easier said than done. Charles trying for the jump ball situation. Instead, foul is called.
5 on Barkley with much time remaining. 2:45. They double up on Jordan. Here is Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan cuts it to a 2-point Phoenix lead. 31 for Jordan.
Is there any doubt where they want the basketball to go? You got to rely on the guy that can put the money in the bank for you.
Armstrong called for that reach-in.
Michael Jordan took the first double team, kicked it back outside. Then they go right back into him again. He knows that he's got time if he turns quickly to get it up over Kevin Johnson before Marley can return and trap him again.
5 fouls apiece on Armstrong, Grant, and Cartwright. Kevin Johnson to the foul line. He's 5 out of 5 from the line. He's an 82% free throw shooter. Kevin Johnson coming up strong once again. 17 points and 10 assists. And they are chanting KJ. 2:23 remaining 4th quarter. Phoenix leads by 3 points. The Suns 98. The Bulls 94. 24, 2, 1. It's another 24-second violation. And the Bulls offense is completely out of sync.
It's a classic case of the defense of Phoenix not allowing the guards to handle the basketball, BJ and Paxson to get him into their offense. As a result, Pippen's brought it down the floor the last couple times and not getting into their offense until 11 or 10 left on the 24-second clock. Then there's just not a lot of time to run the intricate cuts and patterns that they're used to running.
Suns with the ball and a 4-point lead. Barkley backing in. Rebound West. And a loose ball foul is called on West. He's called for a push. That is 5 on West. For the Suns, their 4th team foul, so the Bulls will not go to the line.
When the shot goes up, West fighting for position, hooks Horace Grant. No question about it. There's a foul as he follows it up for a tip-in.
Timeout taken. Minute 46 remaining in the game. When we come back, it will be Chicago ball. Chicago at one point led by as many as 11. Chicago with only 7 points in the 4th quarter, outscored by Phoenix 19-7. The Bulls shooting 3 of 15 here in the 4th. Michael Jordan has all 7 Bulls points. So while Chicago was getting the balanced attack earlier, they have not been getting much out offensively. As Paxson starts up, Suns by 4. A minute 40 to go in the 4th.
Talked about 4th quarter fatigue. 7 points for Chicago.
Jordan. And Johnson in possession. Now Phoenix, I would think, would want to play the clock a bit here. Now to a minute 20 to go. 15 on the shot clock. Ainge trying to draw the foul. Shot clock at 5. Marley from way out. And nearly got the roll. Rebounded by Barkley. Charles Barkley calling for the timeout. A sensational play by Barkley.
That rebound was number 17 for Charles Barkley. That's what he's told his coach he was going to do before the game. I'm getting you 17. He certainly has to work hard to get this one. The ball almost bounces in. The presence, the ball, timeout before the turnover takes place.
That's the 2nd time he's been able to call a timeout while in flight. Paul Westphal enjoying it. Charles Barkley with a 17th rebound, and it was an enormous one.
Look at the range that Marley shoots this shot from. Jordan tries to get out and challenge it. And as deep as it is, it almost still goes in. Then Barkley hustles after it, chases it down, calls timeout. And when you look at Paul Westphal, still finding humor in the moment as Marley's coming off. Westphal gives him the choke sign, signaling that he should have made that shot.
Very loose Phoenix Suns ball club. And they maintain possession off that timeout call by Barkley. We're just under 1 minute remaining. In this 4th quarter, Suns lead 98-94. Ainge pitches back to Frank Johnson. Rebounded by Michael Jordan. Frank Johnson, not the man that the Suns would have wanted to take that shot, and Jordan is able to go the distance.
Worst thing that can happen, let him score and use up very few precious seconds. So now, if they can get a defensive stop without fouling, Chicago will have a chance to tie the game.
2-point Phoenix lead, 25 seconds to go, 10 on the shot clock. Pippen over to help. Marley eluding Jordan. Frank Johnson gives it back. Marley, oh, he went short. And it's a 24-second violation. Let's see. Ed Rush and Mike Mathis conferring. Apparently, Chicago had called for time. The 24-second violation buzzer did go off. Darryl Garrison giving the indication that it was a violation.
When Michael Jordan came up with the basketball, he looked up the floor, saw a clear path to the basket. Nobody moved over to stop him. They certainly didn't want to foul and give him a three-point play. So he scores and uses very little time.
13 6/10 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Suns by 2. It will be Chicago in possession. They put some time on the clock. 14 4/10 of a second now remaining in this fourth quarter.
And what the official is saying is that there was a shot clock violation first that took place, then the timeout.
And they just made another adjustment. 14 1/10 seconds remaining. Well, the Suns have shot only 41% from the field, but they have done it at the foul line. 30 of 36. They've also done it with 17 offensive rebounds. However, the Suns, with a chance to ice the game, have missed 6 of their last 7 shots. So the Bulls have been able to come back. In this fourth quarter, though, Chicago with a mere 9 points. They've been outscored 19-9. The NBA Finals record fewest points in the fourth quarter, 13. Michael Jordan has scored all 9 Chicago points here in the fourth. 9 of his 33. The Suns by 2. It has come down to this possession.
They want Michael to get a full head of steam, try to keep him in the middle of the floor.
Well, Pippen got the snap. Here's Paxson for 3. Yes! The Bulls take a 1-point lead, and Phoenix calls for time with 3 9/10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. John Paxson converts a 3-pointer in Chicago 99 and Phoenix 98.
They've done this at least 3 or 4 times in the game. Penetrated and thrown backwards to a man rotating back to a spot-up area. There's the man, John Paxson. Grant gets the ball out to the right man at the right spot, and from the time it leaves his hand, it's perfect rotation on the basketball. He feels it. The team loves it as they run back to the bench on the timeout.
And that is an NBA Finals record 10th three-pointer by Chicago. They've hit 10 of 14 from three-point land. For Paxson, his second. He hit 4 in Game 5. And now Paul Westphal setting it up with 3 and 9/10 seconds to go. We'll be right back. For the Chicago Bulls, right here, the only points scored by anyone aside from Michael Jordan as they kick it back out to John Paxson. The field goal by Paxson from three-point land, the only points in the fourth quarter by a Bull aside from Jordan. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Remember, 3.9 seconds remaining is a lot of time. Chicago has a delay of game to use, so they may try and let Scott Williams run over the sideline to get a look at this play, expose it so they know how better to defend it. Plenty of time for Phoenix to put it on the floor. Take it to the basket, create a shot either for the dribbler or someone else spotting up.
And a 20-second timeout was taken by Chicago. So the Bulls checked it out, and we'll talk about the defensive scheme. The Bulls have 1 full timeout remaining. The Suns have a 20 left. The Bulls are over the foul limit. Oliver Miller checking in. It's Miller, Marley, Barkley, Ainge, and Johnson on the floor.
Charles Barkley has made a number of gigantic shots from the middle of the floor, top of the circle area. That's where they like to get him. He loves stepping back right from there and shooting a jumper. He must have won a half-dozen games in Philadelphia with shots at the end from that area.
For the Suns, the season has come down to this, and now they take the delay of game. So another look for Phil Jackson.
sneak preview on what they were trying to run. Now a substitution. Phil Jackson brings John Paxson into the basketball game. They want him to match up on Ainge. They want Williams out for a more mobile defensive team.
10 seconds to go. Kevin Johnson will inbound. Oliver Miller plays it. Here's Johnson. Johnson gets, no, he could not get it off. Knocked away by Grant. It's all over. The Chicago Bulls win 3 straight NBA championships. A three-point shot by John Paxson, the game winner. The Bulls with a record low, only 12 points. In the fourth quarter, that is a NBA Finals record low, but it was enough.
Michael Jordan, when that buzzer went off, first jumped so high, but immediately had the presence to chase the basketball down into the crowd. Whoever had picked it up, he wanted that basketball, signifying the 3rd World Championship in a row, and he went after it and got it.
And Paul Westphal heads back to the locker room. A disappointing finish for the Suns, who had rallied and taken the lead but could not put it away. And Horace Grant, a man who has struggled the last 2 games, comes up with the block to conclude matters.
Talk about the block. He did the last 2 things that mattered the most. He threw the pass back out to John Paxson for the shot. He gets that assist. He gets the block on that last shot attempt to preserve the victory.
So the Chicago Bulls have accomplished something that has not been done in 27 years. They have become only the 3rd team in NBA history to win 3 in a row. No team has done it. In the last 26 years, only the Minneapolis Lakers and the Boston Celtics have won 3 straight titles. The 2 most recent teams to attempt it, the 1989 Lakers, the 1991 Pistons, both falling short, and this crowd has been stunned by that finish.
It goes back to the timeout where the Chicago coaches put the ball in Jordan's hands. You thought he was going to take it the length of the floor, but instead they suddenly flashed Scottie Pippen up to the top of the circle. Pippen takes it off the dribble, heads to the basket, kicks out to Grant, who could have gone up strong to try and tie the game. Instead, Grant has the presence to throw the ball back out to a wide-open John Paxson. No one can get to him in time, and that champion's attitude. Go for the win rather than the tie on the road. So give Horace Grant credit for turning and kicking out. And then, when it seems that he's beat, the recovery by Grant to block the shot from behind Kevin Johnson's head. Michael Jordan jumps, but then says, I want this basketball. He is off into the stands right now, gathering the basketball.
And shades of Game 5, the Bulls against the Knicks, with Charles Smith having the 4 opportunities to convert, and the Bulls with the combination of Grant and Pippen were able to stop Smith. They come up with the defensive play right here. Michael Jordan, the high man, with 33. Charles Barkley had 21, along with 17 rebounds. And the Bulls are still undefeated at America West Arena. They won during the course of the regular season, and they won 3 straight in the playoffs. What an unusual series this has been, with the Bulls winning the first 2 here in Phoenix, and then Chicago having their problems at home. Phoenix winning 2 out of 3 at Chicago Stadium.
I think it's just a credit to the inner strength of both of these teams to be able to go on the road and win the big basketball games that they had to win to give themselves a chance to survive in this series. You think it's over early when Chicago takes the first 2 in this building, and then Phoenix goes back into the stadium, makes a few adjustments, grows as a team, suddenly walks out of there with 2 victories. Now the momentum swings. They work all year to get home court advantage with 62 wins, have games 6 and 7 here. And what does Chicago do? Find the inner strength to come back and win the game they had to win here. I don't know anyone that wanted on Chicago's team to let it go to 7 and take a chance.
And Mike, following tonight, we are czarless for all of us here at NBC Sports. We wish you the very best. A terrific 3 years for you, and the very best with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember, if things don't work out here at NBC, there are many behind-the-scenes type jobs with the proper, giving it the proper time. I think that we'd accept you back there.
I appreciate the encouragement all along, the 3 years of solid encouragement.
So the Czar heads to Cleveland. The Chicago Bulls are in the midst of celebrating. And we will have the trophy presentation that is coming up shortly. The Bulls make it 3 in a row. We'll be right back.
Well, we have played this scene before, and amid the bedlam of the visitors' locker room in Phoenix, we have virtually the entire roster of the three-time champions, and David Stern will attempt to make the presentation. Go ahead, Commissioner.
Three-time NBA World Champion Chicago Bulls. Congratulations. It's a great accomplishment.
Michael will allow you to speak first on behalf of your teammates.
Well, I think everybody put their effort out there. From Corey Williams to Ed Neal, all the guys that were on the injury reserve. This is a hard-fought three-peat. It took a lot of work. A lot of times it looked down at them, but we stuck in there. We hung together as a team, and this is a reward of what the hard work does for you.
The crowd here kind of blocks us from seeing the monitor. We'll try, but until Pax's winning three-pointer, you had all the points for the Bulls in the fourth quarter.
I knew Pax was going to make that. I just knew it whenever he got it. It was a great draw in. And, for my part, I just try to do whatever I can. I hope you enjoy it, Bob. It feels good right now.
Is it joy, or is it relief, or is it a combination? This has been a great year, but a tough year.
It's both. It's a relief. Plus, it's great to win. I think we've gone through a lot. Me, personally, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs. But to cap it off this way means a lot to me, believe me.
I hate to make you look ahead, but you've talked about retirement in a year or two. Could you step aside if the streak is still intact?
No. My love is strong for this game right now. That's how I'm looking at it. And I'm going to be here as long as my love is strong.
We're going to roll in some of the plays from the fourth quarter. I don't know if we'll be able to see them. Try and make a little space here, guys, for Michael to take a look. And the one that I'd specifically like to talk about, and we'll get to it in a minute, would be your last basket. They're up by 4 when Frankie Johnson misses a jump shot, and they let you go the length of the floor. Used up very little time, and they never touched it.
I don't think anybody saw me. I think once I got the rebound, everybody was running to the three-point shooters. I just kept putting pressure on the defense. And right before I get to the basket for the layup, Scottie Pippen grabs Marlin, which you can't get to the basket and try to stop me. So that was a big play.
Now, on the last play, you had to give it up in the backcourt. Never touched it in shooting range. Pippen gave it to Horace and then back to Pax.
Well, the plan was to get the ball to me, get it to Scottie, and cut off of Scottie. If I can get the ball back. But he turned it around, gave it to Horace, and then Horace kicked it back out to Paxson. And once I saw Paxson get the basketball, I knew it was good.
Where is John Paxson? Where's Pax?
Get in here, Pax.
Move him in here.
Let me go, Pax.
A couple of years ago, you scored 10 points on clutch jumpers in Los Angeles in what turned out to be the winner. You had a big fourth quarter against Portland as well in the 6th game last year, and now the shot that wins the championship.
Yeah, this is a dream. What can I say? Maybe we were the ones destined to win after all. What a great feeling. I can't describe what I feel.
Before we continue, Michael, I know you want to jump down. This has been in many ways your year with the dream team and with the certification in the minds of most now as the greatest to ever play the game. A final thought on what this means to you and your team.
Well, I think it means a lot to us. Because we make history. Very few teams have done this. Especially when so much parity in the league right now. This is a major accomplishment for the franchise and for the team. And, for me personally, I think it was something that I was looking forward to separate myself from Magic and Bird. They never did it, and I did it. So that makes me, feel special, I believe it.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, let's go back to Pax. When it left your hand, your thoughts? You had the stroke going, no doubt about it.
I don't know. That's instinct. You catch and you shoot. I've done it hundreds of thousands of times in my life. So Horace gave me a good pass. We struggled that fourth quarter. I'm just glad I could do something about it.
You were spotting up the whole play. That was obvious. You just went to that spot.
Right. I was going to stay behind the three-point line in case something happened, and the ball just fell into Horace's hands. I got it. Unbelievable. I'm glad Chicago's got a third one. We're a city of champions.
Congratulations,
Thank
John.
you, Bob. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back, and we'll talk with Phil Jackson. Oh, wait, Michael has an additional thought. Go ahead.
This is for Jasmine, my sweet little daughter.
Who you with?
Happy birthday, Jazz!
And happy Father's Day to Michael Jordan.
Everybody in there.